Welcome to another episode of Patrick Butler's Music Reviews. So, since I've shown every single vinyl that I showed in those vinyl finds, I decided to show you the rest of my vinyl collection, just because that I really don't have as much in my collection as I Am Maxination 1980 does. He has tons and tons of these vinyl records. My collection is small compared to his, but I'm going to show you what I have in my vinyl collection, with the exception of the vinyl finds that I showed you in the first two videos. So, of course, the vinyl finds, one was long, but the second one wasn't. And this, of course, is the rest of my vinyl collection, so I don't have to show you these afterwards. Now, forgive me for the quality of these. The covers might not be in the best of condition, or they might not have covers at all, or the record might be scratched, or they're just dirty. That's because I didn't originally own these ones, except for a particular one, but I'll get to that when I tell you about that one. But for most of these, most of these are not going to be in the best of condition, with the exception of a few. But I'll get to them once we show you every single one, okay? But I didn't originally have these, so that's the reason why these are not in the best of shape. Otherwise, I'd probably taken better care of them. Technically I did, because I didn't throw them out in the trash, because quite a few of these are gems, but I'll get to those when I talk about them. So, but for right now, I'm going to show you all of my easy listening stuff, since I got quite a few easy listening stuff. So I'm going to show you those first. Now I'm going to show you the ones that don't have covers to them. Now this one, of course, is the Big Ten Volume 2 by the Harmony Flames. This one is the Fabulous Four Hands. I don't know if those are easy listening or not. I'm not sure. And okay. And finally, we got Billy Vaughn and his orchestra. Yeah, some of these are not in the best of shape, unfortunately. Now I'm going to show you the ones that do have covers. This is Percy Faith, The Sounds of Music. Holiday Sing-Along with Mitch, also known as Mitch Miller. He used to have his own show back in the 60s or so. And I think he's easy listening, but I'm not sure. This I'm surprised that quite a few. This is a soundtrack. I'm absolutely surprised. It says the original theme from A Summer Place and other great hits from the movies. I'll definitely have to check that out. But there's quite a few artists that are easy listening on there, so I put on the easy listening pile. Wonderland of Christmas by Andre. Unfortunately, I don't know how to pronounce that. If you do, then congratulations. But it's basically him and his orchestra. My Only Liberace album. This is, I think, is self-titled. No, it's not. It's called What Now, My Love. The Sounds of Top Brass by the Peter London Orchestra. Al Hurt at the Mardi Gras, recorded live in New Orleans. Roger Williams, The Solid Gold Steinway. John Gary's Dynamite screw that. But his album is Beyond the Sea. The Haunted Melodies of Faraway Places. Earl Wrightson, An Enchanted Evening on Broadway. Or you could say An Enchanted Evening on Broadway with Earl Wrightson. This is the soundtrack. This is the soundtrack to Dr. Zhivago. I think that's how you pronounce it. This is the soundtrack album. The Endless Summer, A Man and a Woman, Hurry Sundown. Themes from that. 20 Golden Moments of Magical Strings. Mel Torme, Marty Posh, Songs of Love. Christmas, 101 Strings. Oh, the Sound of Magnificent at Christmas, 101 Strings. This is my only Jackie Gleason album, and it's called, if I can look, it says White Christmas, but it's by another title because this is a re-release. I don't know the actual title of that. That's my only Jackie Gleason album. This is another Christmas album, The Holly and the Ivory, Christmas Carols by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Music for Expectant Fathers, Fontana and his orchestra. This one doesn't have a cover, and it says Dance Everyone. My only Andy Williams album, and this is a double album, and it says by Columbia Special Products. I don't know much about this, but I'll check it out someday. This is the Peter Gunn album by Harry Mancini. I'm not sure if this was actually an early or a easy listening album, but I'll have to check it out. I heard it was a good album, so. Theme songs of the Great Swing Band in Hi-Fi by Leroy Holmes and his orchestra. Now, I sold one of these. One of these was the wall-to-wall stereo, and there was another copy that I had. This is Golden Piano Hits, Fariati and Cheshire. This is my only Fariati and Cheshire album that I have. Now on to the Guy Lombardo ones. I got two. This is Jingle Bells by Guy Lombardo and the Royal Canadians. And someone wrote on that. And finally, my last Guy Lombardo album. It's Your Guy Lombardo Medley, Volume 2. Now we're going to get into the Menovini albums. This is his Golden Hits. And this is Menovini and his orchestra. And it says the music of Victor Herbert and Sigmund Romberg by London, of course. And finally, we got the final four. Shoot, hold on a minute. I dropped one of them. Son of a... Oh well. This is Ray Conniff, and I got 4 of his records. This is his greatest hits compilation, as you can see right there. And I'm sorry that one came down, but I'll pick it right up so I can show you. This one is Somewhere My Love. Shoot, Love Story. Now, some of these I actually sold to get more records that I wanted to get. And finally, and I'm sorry I had to put it down because it was slipping. And the last one is It's the Talk of the Town by the Ray Conniff Singers. And that is it for my early listening collection. Now I'm going to show you all the country albums that I got. Now I think Jim Neighbors is country, but I'm not sure. I put him on the country aisle. This is his album, Kiss Me Goodbye. Unfortunately, that's not in good shape. It was like that, unfortunately. This is Jeannie C. Riley's Greatest Hits, and it has her biggest hit, Harper Valley PTA. My Only Ronnie Millsap album. This is his live album. An awesome Marty Robbins Greatest Hits album. This is Marty Robbins' all-time greatest hits. And now we're going to get to Buck Owens' albums. This is the only studio album that I have of his. This is Close Up, and this is a gatefold. And this is the only compilation that I got of Buck Owens. This is the Best of Buck Owens, Volume 2. And it has a golden dozen of... Oh, because he was with the his band was the Buckaroos, and that's why it says that there. A golden dozen of their #1 hits. And it has the song Act Naturally, which is pretty cool. Now, on to the Kenny Rogers albums. This, of course, is his self-titled album. Now, I do got one record where he was a part of a band, which I'll talk about, because that one isn't country. And I'll be showing that sometime in the video. This, of course, is Kenny Rogers' self-titled album. Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. And his last one, unfortunately, isn't the best of shape, unfortunately. This is how I got it, which is unfortunate. This is his album, Kenny. Yeah, and of course I showed Daytime Friends in one of my videos. So I got 4 albums now of Kenny Rogers. So. Now, last but not least for country, I have to do this guy because I really like him. And I saved the best for last. And that, of course, in terms of country, I picked the Men in Black for the last batch of country records. So, this, of course, is Johnny Cash, the Sing Storyteller. And some of these records would probably make IMAX Nation 1980 jealous. Especially this one. Yep. I actually got both of them, surprisingly. I got at Folsom Prison. Now, I know IMAX Nation 1980 doesn't have this one. Fortunately, the cover's not in best of shape, but oh well. Somebody wrote on it too. But the record's in good shape. Yeah, and I got his other live album at San Quentin too, which is pretty cool. And I also got one of his studio albums, and this is the last Johnny Cash album that I have. This is Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. Now, folks, I do want to tell you that I spent too long showing you records, and I don't want to actually show every single record in this part. So I'm going to do a part 2, and the good news is part 2 will be the end of it because there isn't too much to go. But before we end part 1 here, I do want to show you the Kenny Rogers album where he was part of a band for the end of part 1. So, and this isn't a country record, but it does have Kenny Rogers in it because he was a part of the first edition, and this, of course, is Kenny Rogers in the first edition. And this album is Something's Burning. So, that's it for part 1. I hope you check out part 2 next time. So, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Peace out, and thanks for watching. Thank you.